What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Tasty Tuesday on Tasty Loot Gaming, the show where we talk about gaming news. My name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Cody.
And on this episode, we have 4 topics to go through. Quick reminder, make sure to play Zombie and Dead Star, I believe it's called, on PlayStation Plus. We'll be talking about that at the end of the month on Plus Club. But yeah, let's get into the news. Our first story you actually have.
Yeah. One of the Namco producers very recently put out a poll trying to determine what kind of remakes of the Ace Combat series and Ridge Racer series we would like to see. There's really not a whole lot much more info beyond that, but I'm assuming it means we're talking about the remaster or something like that, depending on which Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer, I've only played like one.
So basically, they want to remaster some games and make some money, of course, but they want to know which ones people want, essentially. I'm actually a huge fan of the Ace Combat series, so that's actually really exciting for me. Ridge Racer, not so much. I didn't really play that a whole lot. But what do you guys think?
I think it's cool. Ridge Racer, yeah, like I said, the only one I played was the one for PS1. And
damn, man, that was a while ago.
Yeah, and
PS2, PS3.
I know, and even beyond that, I remember it as the game that you got to play Space Invaders in the fucking loading screen.
Yeah.
Before whoever the hell tried to copyright the fucking playing games on a loading screen.
Namco, wasn't it?
Yeah, I actually think it was Namco. Yeah, like, so fucking A.
That was a good idea. Let's lock that in.
Yeah, let's fucking lock it up. Yeah, but I would love to see Ace Combat 4 come back. That was probably my favorite one. Real quick question: did any of you play Ridge Racer or Ace Combat?
I played Ace Combat. I played Ridge Racer.
Same here.
Yeah.
Ace Combat.
So apparently nobody's playing Ridge Racer.
No.
Not anything recent. Not anything recent.
Regardless, like I barely have a memory of Ace Combat, but it's cool that they're actually doing that. Yeah. I think they should do more for games like that. So they're just automatically being like, we should remaster this, or we should remake this. It's like polls. They're poll.
Well, it's interesting too because we did an episode a while back, and I forgot what the game was, but somebody else was polling. I think it was Square polling something about what people wanted, and that whole thing is really interesting because it's something that we haven't really seen. You know, with social media and stuff like that, you can actually connect with your fan base and talk to them and see what they actually want. And I think it's actually really cool because they're not, like you kind of were saying, they're not just kind of guessing in the dark on like, well, we want to remaster this. You guys fucking buy it. It's more like, you guys are fans of the series. Let's fucking hear what you want to play. If we're gonna do it, let's do the right ones.
Oh yeah. Like out of the blue, they just remake fucking like Bomberman 64 or something. It's
That'd
like,
be dope.
Well, no, and I fully agree. But I mean, like, it'd be like, well, who the fuck that came out of the blue? So it is kind of neat to see that for them to be like, hey, we're maybe thinking of remastering something. Or who knows? It might even be a poll to see what game in the series they make next. You know, depending on who.
Or maybe see if people are even interested. If they have like a low pull rate, they go, well, maybe people don't give a fuck.
Even that, games. It's just like kind of just puts you more like in touch with the fans too, and like having the fans like at least seem like they have a say. You know, that's kind of cool. Community.
It's just good.
Especially with Namco. Namco is such a big company and such an old company. It's like,
yeah. What were you going to say, Chris?
It's just good business tactics. I mean, if you're making a product, especially like video games, it's really good to know what game your core audience is looking for, and polls are the best way to do that.
Well, and I think it's good, too, if you're going to sell a product to somebody and you're going to want them to pay you money for what you're giving them, it's best to kind of get that agreement. Like, hey, what do you want? Well, we want this. Okay, we're going to give you that. And I think it has a better chance of selling
being
well.
like super out of touch or something like
that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they want Ace Combat 1 for fucking PlayStation. So, no, we don't.
I will say, though, it'd be fucking kind of cool to get like a good arcade racer back, like from the veins of the old Ridge Racer games.
They don't really exist.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like...
Arcades don't even exist.
Fucking wacky tracks. You know, just crazy weird shit fucking happening all the time. Yeah,
well, Ridge Racer is always kind of a weird middle ground, though, because they try to be like, they're arcadey in the way they play, but they always take themselves serious in the sense that, like, serious in the sense of like feeling almost like a simulation racer, but they weren't.
That was kind of like what Top Gear did too. Top Gear kind of did the
I
same
forgot what those
thing.
games like 64.
Yeah,
Those games were dope.
yeah. In fact, Top Gear 64, I remember because you can paint your car wherever the fuck you wanted. They gave you like a full paint set.
Yeah.
And fucking everybody I knew had like Tupac and shit on their fucking. It was like a red hood. It said Tupac in white, and I'm like, that's dumb.
So the big question to end this: would you buy Ace Combat or Ridge Racer remake?
I'd buy them both probably. I think they're fucking pretty cool.
I would definitely buy Ace Combat. Ridge Racer, I don't have interest in. Not that they're bad, not into them, never was. Ace Combat, I love Ace Combat. Ace Combat 4 was fucking fantastic. The one that came out after that was trying to be like Modern Warfare, except for it was like jets and stuff. It was okay, it had some cool systems, but like Ace Combat 4, I fucking love. Ace Combat 3 was great. I fucking love those games. And I know they're making an Ace Combat right now for VR. I'm so fucking excited. That's stupid.
Yeah.
To be able to sit in a cockpit, fucking just looking around while shooting shit.
That's intense.
That
I
could
mean,
be like
it's almost like the simulators too. Like,
Yeah.
if it's like that, fuck that shit, dude. Like, I don't know.
try doing barrel rolls with that. Just
No, that just reminded me of that
You're
Sega
fucking
game.
sitting
Speaking of
in your room,
simulators,
just fucking puking and shit. Just
what was that
fucking-
Sega game?
game
that was
good?
like
Yeah, pretty good.
It was like a jet. It was Sega. I remember in the BNI in fucking Tacoma, you had to strap in. You had to put on a fucking seatbelt because the whole
You're gonna
machine.
die.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
shit
Yeah,
like
okay,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
They had that at
What fucking game that was.
GameWorks.
I got a couple games like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
They're tank
Yeah.
simulators where you're like,
Yeah, you're
looking
in
through
the
the
fucking
periscope.
See those? Yeah, that's crazy. Dude, VR is gonna open up a whole fucking.
Oh, dude, no.
Ghost in the Shell. I keep saying it. Fucking Ghost in
I'm
the
just
Shell.
gonna fucking have. It's gonna be hard to fly with my dick so erect.
That's gonna be the real joystick. Just the fucking,
Thank you, Archer.
you guys interested at all?
I'd buy Ace Combat.
Yeah.
Ridge Racer.
It would have. It would have to be. I don't know. It would have to be really cool, and then it would have to see what the price is too.
I would say,
Yeah.
what would be a fair price? What do you think?
$30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30
for
bucks
max.
Yeah,
Max.
$29.99.
$20, $30. I would say 15, but I feel like you're underselling it for that.
Most
I feel like that's
remasters or remakes are like pushing that 40,
Well,
50
what was
bucks.
it? Ratchet and
Almost
Clank
like-
was 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was
Yeah.
the new Ratchet Clank.
Yeah.
That's not a remaster though. Like, that's
It's a
remake.
reimagining.
right.
It's
Yeah.
a fully remade game with
Right.
upgrades. It's
Yeah.
completely different.
And
Yeah.
some things are different. Some of the dialogue's different and shit like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
If it goes to the end of a remaster, $30. If they're using the poll to see what kind of gameplay they're looking for and make a totally new game, I'd pay full price for that.
I doubt
Yeah.
that they're doing that.
Really?
They probably already know. They're just like, "Do you want this?" Like, we already know how we're gonna make it. We just want to know if you want it. No, I totally forgot about Namco who did that though. That's why in any video game you can't have a game within a fucking loading screen because
You know
Namco
what?
fucking
That's
put.
so
It's
dumb.
You know what?
genius though.
This
is.
year, that
Yeah.
that trademark or that patent runs
It
out.
goes, yeah.
So from what I understand, they're not going to renew.
Okay, for next bit of news, apparently for the Oculus Rift, there is a program called Roblox, which allows you to make your own VR experiences. I'm going to read this off of the site. It says, Roblox, a massively multiplayer online sandbox where users can design their own game worlds and experiences, made its Oculus Rift debut today with over 20 million visitors a month and 15 million user-created games. Roblox is now the largest social VR platform in the world. It's also technically the first large-scale VR-compatible platform for designing your own unique video games. There are currently over 300,000 created Roblox games. And yeah, what do you guys think about the idea of, first off, being able to make your own VR games simply like that, but also you were gonna say something.
At first, it seemed like it was Gary's mod, like a very MMO-ish kind of build whatever the fuck you want. But then you said there's games like that one Xbox, the Xbox
Project
One.
Spark.
Yeah,
Which
like
is
Project
this
Spark.
reminds me of Project Spark.
Yeah. Then it started to seem more like that,
Which is weird.
which I think is fucking cool because that is spearheading the shit out of VR and letting people just build whatever the fuck they want. I'm assuming a lot of tits and ass is going to come out of that, but no, that's really neat for people to actually make games, especially in VR. It's such a new tech. Like, I'm surprised.
Well, I think it's amazing about VR as a new technology is it's already being fully supported by a lot of companies, but to see this so early where they're letting users make stuff is going to really kind of blow up the amount of content you can get for VR. Like, it's really cool, in my opinion, to see this amount of support. What's up?
I'll send you that fucking dumb Sonic game from that fucking Project Spark.
Oh, dude, it's awful. Make sure to watch that episode. Project Spark. Me and Cody did that, actually.
That was fucking weird.
That was a weird one, yeah. But what do you guys think?
Like Josh said, there's going to be a lot of tits and ass, lots of porn games, but I think what you're going to get majority out of this is a lot of shit games. I mean, from my experience of gaming that are programs that let you build games openly and the community shares them, you get a lot of shit fucking games, and like very rarely do you get a really good one. I mean, it's a cool concept and everything, but I really think you're just gonna get a shitty VR that's gonna fuck with your brain.
Well, and one thing that we kind of noticed with Project Spark is like the idea is cool and being able to create whatever is cool. And we saw a couple cool things on there, but for the most part, you have a lot of just kind of garbage games, and not to be like negative towards the creators or whatever, but there's such an abundancy of games, it's hard to kind of sift through the good and the bad. It's mostly just like people dabbling in there for a split second and just publishing it. So I'm wondering how it's going to affect this. But at the same time, with VR being such a new and interesting thing, everybody's got different ideas on what you can do with VR. So at the same point, I think it's really interesting to see all these different minds collectively making all these different experiences that is so new and fresh.
And I think it might even be kind of a little bit easier. Because, I mean, VR is such a new tech. Even something weird like fucking you're just sitting on a busy city street or something like that, just like looking around.
Catching babies out of a fucking burning building.
Yeah, did you see that? That was a
it's funny too. Is that reminded me? I was immediately said that it might be the same thing, but it was a dude who it was on Reddit, and the guy was like, I tried to make a boxing simulator, and then he was like a dude who was like just on a platform, and he was just like a bunch of people like running at him, but they had like the creepiest faces like I've ever seen.
That was the mosh pit one.
Was the mosh pit? That's what it was.
Yeah, like a mosh pit simulator.
Yeah,
and you're standing in the middle, and there's these like baby men. They're like this. And they're like just coming at you slowly with shadowy faces.
For reference, he did this.
And he fucking shoves them, and they just fly the fuck away, just out of the fucking
I knew it. Yeah, mosh pit simulator. That shit was so creepy.
Yeah,
but it's stuff like that. It's like it's gonna be so like you're gonna get these things that are just gonna have, like make the weirdest freaking shit that you've ever seen. Like,
you know what I want to see in VR? Off topic, I want to see Who's Your Daddy on VR. That game, you have to
the
fucking
baby
run
killing
around
game,
and fucking stop your baby from doing shit. Like in VR, that'd be crazy. Especially as the baby, just fucking looking for shit to throw into fucking light sockets.
Glass tables to fucking throw yourself through and die.
Cars to drive.
Are any of you interested in actually using that when VR is more prominent and creating your own thing?
I might not create, but I'll definitely dabble in a bunch of other people's shit.
Yeah.
I would love that. Yeah.
Again, I think it is going to be a lot of shit. Like a lot of courses on Little Big Planet were all fucking garbage.
Definitely.
A lot of courses on Trials were all fucking garbage.
That kind of stuff that always makes you appreciate the gems, though. When you find something that's really good, you're like, out of all the shit I've looked at, and you can appreciate it for what it is. They spend time working
Mario
on it.
Maker,
But like when you find
Maker,
the really good shit, you're like, someone fucking made this.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And they
All
had a
those
chance to make it because of the
even if they're not-
proprietary stuff they
Even
put
in
out.
Trials, man, they took like the top 10 or 5 or something like that and added them into one of their DLCs.
And some people are super
Fuck,
dedicated.
man, and they're you can't tell the difference between theirs and the fucking the user tracks. Which I thought was crazy. So yeah, I think it's neat.
It's gonna open up a shit ton of stuff. Same thing with like Halo, when like Reach came out, people were making
The
their
Forge.
own. Oh, dude, it was so good.
I made some really cool shit.
Oh
with
yeah,
the
I
Forge,
remember that. Yeah, but it's just that opens up so much, and it's just But that's also like some people don't have they don't money resources to like go to school to do these things. So
Definitely.
they do this stuff. So maybe they get their name out there. Maybe they do stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that stuff.
Well, I think also not only can you make interesting games with it, but you can make like interesting artistic pieces with virtual reality.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be like another big trend that you can see going with it is virtual like art galleries, not necessarily just like
It's
paintings.
funny, 'cause that's the
but,
first
like,
thing I thought of when you said that.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you can
walk
also
and
do
check
just
shit
like
out.
weird like surreal, like you can actually be in paintings or involved in scenes that are very artistic.
I just thought about like something like Mario 64, where you kind of like you can click on a painting and now you're kind of in that scene.
Well, and Media Molecule's working on that game. The guys made Little Big Planet.
Dream
working on
or
the
whatever
Dreams
the fuck it
game, which I
is,
think is
yeah.
really cool. And I think in VR would be really fucking cool.
Yeah.
I personally would, if this becomes bigger, would dabble because I love anything
for sure.
creative. I would love to just kind of fuck around with it and see. I wouldn't publish anything I thought was garbage though, but yeah, I think it'd be really neat. I think it's like you guys were saying, like, you know, I haven't gone to school and went into it, but like if they make it an easy enough system to kind of just use and create stuff, I'd be totally interested in doing it. I always like making stuff, so.
But it is like opening a can of worms. Like you literally, you're just like,
I'm
hey,
gonna fucking
create, and it's just like,
Furry porn is far as the
Yeah,
eye
I mean,
can
it's just,
see.
you know,
It's like a dick simulator where you just fucking slap dicks, fucking
Or you are the dick.
VR, or you're the dick.
perspective. It's all about perspective.
All right, well, I think
Even out of the
overall,
dark, yeah.
I think it sounds really cool. I think you guys agree.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next
I'm just
topic.
gonna make a game where it's a fucking. You sit there and you're in like a fucking Oklahoma farmland, and you watch the tornado just come fucking shooting down, and then all of a sudden just takes you, and you're just fucking.
Bunch of sharks in it and shit.
Yeah.
Make a game where you're sitting in a theater just full of fucking people kicking the back of your seat, fucking, but you can actually get up and fucking get your
Start wrecking people.
Just wreck them, dude.
Pile drive that fucking that baby.
Cinema retribution.
Yeah.
All right, on the next topic.
For our third bit of news, the devs for GTA Online, I'm pretty sure that's Take-Two, they pretty much said that online microtransactions have netted them around $500 million. And the reason for that is because they're almost 100% profit. You know, they don't really lose anything on
Digital sales.
Yeah,
So
I
the
mean,
game you already own it. You bought it for $60 or whatever you paid for it, and now you're just giving them more money for more content.
Yeah, or to get more cash or whatever the fuck the
Yeah.
microtransactions are for that game.
Yeah, I forgot you could buy money in that.
Yeah, yeah, and which is cool. I mean, fuck. I mean, you never really hear like numbers on shit like that.
It's actually really surprising to hear an actual number,
Yeah.
and $500 million is fucking insane.
I didn't even think they'd even do that.
Well, that is weird
I mean,
too because they remember in the beginning of the game they had a huge problem with people hacking.
Yeah.
And it was like people just like I remember walking or having people this dude I work with played. He said that literally everything that he owns in the game, someone like walked in and just like gave him like $1 billion.
Well, it's like Patrick was playing at one point around the time I stopped playing because I saw all the hacking. I was like, I'm not interested in this. And he's like, yeah, this dude just gave me like $3 billion. I'm like, cool. He's like, I can give you some. I'm like, I don't want it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's how I was
Yeah.
too. I was like, I don't want that
He's like,
shit
I got all the cars and shit. I'm like,
because they might not know who you are, but if they see, I mean, if they end up looking at your account, you're the one that's getting banned.
Yeah.
But it's still crazy that that game,
even with that, they're
Yeah.
still making that much money.
because it's like, and I played probably like, I would say the last time I played was probably like 3 months ago, but it's so solid. Like everything they put in that game is amazing.
Yeah, and
so
like
cool.
they weren't fucking lying when they said they're gonna support that fucking thing.
Oh, like yeah,
Like, I mean,
they just had another patch.
they just released something,
Yeah.
the lowrider. thing.
When I heard recently that they're still supporting the game, they're doing really well. I was like, well, how well are they doing?
Yeah.
I hear $500 million. just
$500
from
million
that alone.
well, I guess.
I mean, that makes sense why they're still supporting the game. It's making them money. It's making them that much money. That's really impressive because I stopped playing it a long time ago.
That's brand too, though. I mean, most people.
Oh,
I mean, if
definitely.
it was, I mean, because it reminds me a lot. I mean, playing that game reminds me of like APB. But obviously, that game doesn't
Rest
get
in peace.
nearly the support that GTA gets. But there's always every room. If I go to play GTA, there's always
a room that has the
yeah,
back
there's
50
so many
people.
I see GIFs of shit from GTA 5 on Reddit every single
and it's
day.
always
Every single
online.
day.
They're
Yeah.
still fucking.
And they're
doing
all
stuff.
different.
There's all these cool mods.
They
on PC.
just added that new thing, or it wasn't. They didn't just add it, but like you can create your own shit courses and just give you the tools to make whatever the fuck you want. I've seen people because in that game for some reason dirt bikes fucking can grip to walls.
Yeah.
So like I've seen people make huge tracks in the sky where it's like trials, but you're on a fucking dirt bike doing crazy shit. There was one where like a guy has to go up this hill of trailers and there's cars just fucking like Plinko. But fucking, he's trying to dodge them and shit. You gotta fucking get the hell out of the way.
It's crazy that a game like that, which is like, you know, not asking you to buy, you know, well, I mean, obviously people are buying stuff, but it's things like, you know, microtransactions, stuff like that. But it's like, like these games like Destiny and all these things, like they're, you know, every like few months they're like, hey, buy this new expansion. Like GTA is like, hey, we're just gonna give you these updates for like free. Here you go.
They're already making their money. So
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Here's this dope patch.
What do you think, Chris? You haven't said a whole lot on this. Of the 500 million.
I'm not really
success,
surprised, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, GTA's always had a really strong background with the community.
Yep.
And the microtransaction trend, it's still, you know, it's middle age, I'd say right now for microtransactions. So I'm not surprised that they're making this much money, especially a game for, like I said, that's that popular with that big of a background. And you just keep giving them free extra content, and then, oh, here we've got this little extra stuff you can buy here. Oh, a little extra stuff here, but also here's this whole pack. I mean, it's just basics.
I did not think that this game was like it was a cool idea, and I was like, this is gonna be amazing. Like we're all gonna. And it was like Red Dead Redemption Online. I was like, we're all gonna be playing this for like years. You know what I mean? Like we're all gonna be a posse, and we're gonna roll around, and you know that lasted for like a week.
I actually played Red Dead Redemption Online more than I played GTA.
I was just gonna say
it's not
that.
it's better.
Is like,
it was just its own original thing.
Yeah.
It's more interesting.
at the time, I mean, like.
Specifically
You're
for
right.
the
It's
time.
not like necessarily better, but I feel like
Well, GTA 5 offers way more.
Yeah.
Online. I mean,
But I still feel like I'm having kind of more fun.
I just didn't
Or
think
had
it would
more
last.
fun in
When
Red Dead
the
Redemption.
idea came about, I was like, I don't think this is gonna last.
Yeah.
I mean, that game's. I mean, when they come out, like 2 years ago.
2-3 years ago, yeah.
It's like selling crack.
Crazy.
Give it a little
Definitely.
taste, and people keep buying. Oh, here's a little extra free.
Most of them
tag.
were kids
Keep
though.
buying.
You get in a room and there's like
Oh, yeah.
fucking
True.
20 kids fucking yelling.
The biggest thing that I'm
Fucking
surprised
mom.
with is Rockstar's not a small company anymore. Take-Two's not a small publisher anymore. But the way they're going about supporting the game with free content is something that I wouldn't expect, because you would never see Activision doing this.
Fuck no.
The best thing I've seen from them in supporting a game recently has been Black Ops 3, adding new guns, but that's been controversial, to say the least. But, you know, companies like this, you don't really see that. So it's really interesting to see them be so liberal with the idea of just releasing new content, but it's obviously working because they're making a shitload of money. They're not complaining. They're still supporting it. It's working.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see.
Obviously, it's an investment too, because obviously that just puts more like people on board for the next game that they make,
Definitely.
and they're gonna be like, well, look how well they're treating this game, and obviously, you know, it's just it's
It's a great
insane.
bridge between
Yeah.
5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm assuming, which will be
Yeah.
coming out.
Segue.
Yeah. Speaking of
Which is a
which,
great segue for us to get into our next topic. And for our last bit of news, Red Dead Redemption 2's map has been leaked. So I would take that as a confirmation that the game's coming out. We've been talking about that for a while, so that's cool. But looking into it further, it is easily noticed that it's actually the same map, only slightly to the east of the original. You'll actually be able to visit the Great Plains and Blackwater City from the original Red Dead Redemption. This is also going to have areas like New Bordeaux, which is an area that's also in Mafia 3, also being published by the same people, 2K, or not 2K, fucking Take-Two.
Mafia is 2K.
This
That's
IGN says otherwise, so it is 2K. You're right, but they're liars. Okay, so fuck that. Anyway, but yeah, what do you guys think about the leak of the map? The idea of it being in the same area, only slightly to the east, and also I don't know if I said, but it's also supposed to be a prequel,
Yeah.
to the original Red Dead Redemption. What do you guys think about that? Are you excited for Red Dead Redemption 2? And yeah,
Yeah, no, everybody wants this game. So, I mean, I think whatever we can get is great. And I like it's something new. I like that they're not, spoiler alert, you can't continue as John Marston, but I think it's awesome. Yeah, if you go back, before, just seems legit. The same map thing is kind of weird, and I think that's kind of happening a lot.
It's really interesting, yeah, because I assume they would go to a whole new location,
Yeah.
and to revisit it, obviously it's going to look a lot better, and it's probably going to be bigger and stuff like that. But other than that, like, it's interesting to revisit the same place. I was actually curious about where the storyline would take place in Red Dead Redemption 2, because I assumed it would be further in the future, where there'd be like more cars and stuff. But it makes sense they're going back because they have to keep that Western feel.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they don't really have that identity anymore.
Yeah, it's not.
And Red Dead Redemption, sorry, Cody. And Red Dead Redemption was very at the end of that Western era.
Yeah.
Like I said, you ride in a fucking Model T or whatever the fuck it is at the end of the game, or towards the end of the game. So going backwards makes sense.
And I barely remember the first Red Dead Redemption, but I remember obviously loving it. Like I really liked the game, the gameplay. I can't really remember the storyline, but it was also obviously good enough to make its
You're
second
a
one.
Cowboy with a fucking boom, 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 boom,
Red Dead
and fucking
Revolver,
kill
yeah.
people.
Yeah, basically.
Now, I understand that just because they did the Rockstar thing where if it's water on the east of Blackwater.
Yeah, they're actually saying on the new map there's a lot more water areas with islands. So they're speculating there's going to be swimming in boats in the game.
So it's going to be...
It's fucking...
So I'm assuming it's more like...
I actually don't like boats.
I'm assuming it's going to be like a Texas, Louisiana kind of thing.
I don't think it... Maybe, yeah. East, yeah, maybe.
So, I mean...
Steamboats.
Yeah, I mean...
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be actually kind of neat.
The gambling part of Steamboat.
Yeah, and...
Creole.
Creole Lulus, baby. Fucking
yeah.
ghosts. There's so many Lulus in the fucking South.
DLC, baby.
American
Lulu.
I'm going to call it, though, right now. You don't play as John Marston.
I don't think so either. I think you might hear about
I think
him,
you'll
maybe.
meet him or see him.
That'd be kinda
His
cool.
dad.
Well, he has a past in the game, though, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
maybe
he
you'll-
ran with his gang, and now then the whole all of Red Dead Redemption is you chasing after this whole.
That'd be
gang,
kind of
so.
cool, though, in a prequel, if anything, like that you would have to actually maybe go against his gang. And obviously he would survive, and maybe you kill his gang off or whatever, and that plays into the part of his storyline
Yeah.
in the first game. I don't know. I don't like Cody.
It's
I
been
don't really remember.
it's been so long since, I mean, like, Red Dead Redemption. Dude, I remember like going midnight release, picking up that game, and I like now I don't remember. I played so much of that game.
Keep talking.
But they can do some. I mean, everybody. I still have it. I should go back and play. You fuckers. I should go back and play it, but it's just so there's so much story.
The great
to
thing about that game is I could go back and play.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Like Grand Theft Auto, when the next one comes out, I'm not interested in the last one anymore.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption, though, was such a fun game, and one thing I actually really hope they do in the second game is bring the fucking lasso into multiplayer. It's kind of shitty that you couldn't fucking use it, because I love the mechanics in the single player, grabbing people, pulling them and
jack
shit.
someone up.
I was in a barn, and I fucking grabbed dude upstairs, and I fucking pulled him down. He fucking just fucking flew down.
That one time you lassoed a guy and then you just backed up off the fucking ledge.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and he hit, but the fucking lasso, the physics fucking realized that the fucking lasso turned it into like a rubber band. The guy fucking came off the ledge, fucking bungeed down, fucking whap, right on the
Yeah, I
fucking
remember I
ground.
grabbed him, I slowly walked
shit.
backwards, I just dropped down, he's like, fuck, just flew down with me.
Yeah.
So I would love that in multiplayer. Chris, did you like Red Dead Redemption? Did you play it? And are you excited for 2?
I've never actually played it.
Really? Just not interested?
I'm gay, but I'm not that gay.
Okay.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean,
Game is man.
you
That
and
game's
Cowboys, I
pretty
know you've
gay.
got kind of a
That
weird
game is
obsession
thick.
going on, but
Come on, man.
Westerns have never really been my thing. Growing up as a kid, my dad always watched Westerns like
That's fair.
24/7, so I'm just over Westerns. They're not interesting to me. And games involving like gunplay really don't appeal to me too much.
Yeah.
So
And it's all.
So
it
you're
is.
not
Yeah.
very interested in Red Dead Redemption 2?
I would say no, but an interesting note I thought of, it very much reminded me of Far Cry Primal with the whole map thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that wasn't supposed to be fucking known, so I don't think they were, that was my
Are they
They got caught.
are they adding Mexico again?
I think so. because it's the same map, so it's just slightly too.
Because that was one of the dopest parts of fucking Red Dead.
Well, and that's the thing
Redemption
that's interesting too is like the boat scene. Everybody remembers that. It's a really cool scene,
Oh,
especially
yeah,
for a Rockstar game. Because at the time we weren't used to cinematic events happening in a Rockstar game. Grand Theft Auto 5 blew that out of the water though.
Right.
Like a lot of the missions were very cinematic, but because of that, I think because people liked that so much, maybe that's why they're adding the island thing or whatever. Like not every time you're gonna have some really cool song playing and you get to go to a new place. But I feel like that's. I was wondering how they can expand the game further because the technology in the game, the horse stuff like that, you can improve that, but like you can't add new elements. You can't be like, well, there's a machine gun now or a fucking car, blah blah blah.
There's
blah.
that fucking Last Samurai fucking.
Yeah. So adding water areas, stuff like that, and Grand Theft Auto 5 you can swim and stuff like that.
Everybody
so, like,
wants a new place to explore. That's
Exactly.
They want something in the map that's not known and people want to go to it. So there's going to be something like that. But,
Water levels always suck though.
yeah, it's always like who finds these things?
Fucking Water Temple 2.0.
So I speculated on this earlier in a prior episode. I assumed we were going to see something in E3 for Red Dead Redemption 2.
They actually announced they were announcing a game.
Okay.
That Rockstar
So do you
was.
think it's going to be that game, especially with the leak?
I kind of think so, but then
What do you think it would be otherwise? Because they're working on Grand Theft Auto 6. They've already said that, but it's not in development.
Max Payne.
I would love a fucking Max Payne.
I would love a Max Payne
Max
4.
Payne 3 is a fucking
That
masterpiece.
game
That's
was awesome.
underappreciated.
Yeah, I would say Max.
And Health did a great job.
I would say I'd love to see Max Payne 4. I don't think that's it though.
I don't
I'd
think
also
so.
would love to see a Midnight Club. That's not it either.
That's not it either. It should be, but it's not.
But yeah, it's if it's not this, I'm not exactly sure. But I just feel like this is all
It
too
has to be.
convenient. I feel like it's too.
Is it like a
convenient
full
for
rendered
Rockstar.
map, or is it just like a picture
looks
of
like
It's just like a
It's
weird.
a very
1
fucking
second.
chintzy looking.
Because I would say if it's just like an outline of like the map would be, I would not say that's a direct indicator of them announcing something because maps are very easily drawn, especially in like. Yeah, no, I wouldn't hold your breath on it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
In development, maps are like very easy to come up with, especially that style of map. It's like if it was rendered screenshots, then yeah, I would say they would announce something. But like
Yeah.
I would say that's too early to announce anything.
Think
That's
so?
like a concept idea, if anything.
Yeah.
I think they could, or hell, who knows? They might announce
Well,
2 games.
Grand Theft Auto 5's been out for so long; they have to have been working
They
on
have to
something.
work.
big
And
since
yeah, because they always do like Grand
and Red
Theft
Dead
Auto
Redemption
5.
is a surefire fucking sale. Like that
Exactly.
is going to
People will
sell.
buy it.
So it's not something they have to be like, well, hopefully this will
I
be
would
good.
almost say they might get a resurgence in sales once it fucking becomes available on Xbox One. I think people will buy it again.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, if that's any kind of indicator that people want it, I mean, Jesus Christ, I mean, fuck.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ, fuck, dude. What's happening?
No, I would love Red Dead Redemption 2. I would love Jesus.
That brings me to the last thing I want to close this off on is, would you buy Red Dead Redemption 2?
I would buy a remastered
I
version of the
would.
last one, even though
I
I
would
own
too.
PS3.
If they had a fucking special edition, I'd probably buy that.
Of 2? Okay. Chris, not so much.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But this thing, because Chris is saying he's not really into like the whole Western thing, but it was funny because obviously it was Grand Theft Auto but Western, but there were some things that game did that Grand Theft Auto never did. Like that, the mechanics in that game were insane. Like especially the lasso stuff and just like the people were so freaking real. Like that was like to me because that was before Grand Theft Auto 4, wasn't it?
It was after, I think.
Was it?
Yeah, it was around the same time.
Because they used the engine, they used the
They did.
Euphoria
Okay.
engine
Yep.
for.
But it was just so. I guess it was just so different. It wasn't like a city.
Well, like my thing was people when you shot him, you're like, "Fuck! I shot the shit out of that guy," and like, cause like the guy
murdered
like,
great
my
animations.
fucking legs, and like and like
murdered
they'd be
people in
pissed
that
off they
game.
got shot in the
legs,
legs.
Jesus Christ, fuck.
Yeah, you can do crazy shit like shoot your fucking horse in the head by accident.
Oh, I did
I
so
shot
many
people.
times.
I've done
horse in the
that
hell
once,
time.
twice. Bullet time was super fucking fun,
No, yeah,
especially
you-
with
no.
those kind of. Especially with
You'd be
those.
riding, and then all of a sudden you'd be aiming at a guy. Your horse's head will get in the way, and you shoot the horse, and you just.
Oh yeah, no, I'd be
trample
riding a
over.
horse and shoot my own horse in the head on accident and actually fucking
Yeah.
collapse. Or shoot their horse in the head and drop them onto the ground.
It had really neat
War,
shit.
war's dirty, Chris. You gotta fucking
It
survive.
had bird people. It had fucking cougar. It had
It had the
cougar
donkey
ladies,
woman?
donkey
donkey
woman.
women you can ride. No, but
Fucking horrifying.
no, but like it had neat shit. It had like
Glitches in the
there's everybody has stories about Grand Theft Auto, crazy shit that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
But like I feel like crazy, weirder shit to me has happened in Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just like me having a bounty of a guy on the back of my horse and we're just riding, and all of a sudden one of his buddies
I think
goes
that'd be
to
kind of
shoot
cool to
me in the
incorporate in
back.
multiplayer.
But fucking ends up fucking the bullet actually hit the guy right in the fucking head, and his head just went, and it was like,
How cool-
And he fell off my horse. It's like, well, fuck.
How cool would it be in the multiplayer? Because you know they're going to add that, and it's going to be fucking way more expansive, and they're going to learn a lot of things from 5, because 5 learned a lot of things from Red Dead Redemption. It'd be really cool is if someone has a bounty on their head, like before, and you could just go shoot them, to get more of a bounty if you actually captured them,
That'd be
lasted
amazing.
them, put them on your back of your horse, and rode them to like the sheriff. That'd be kind of cool.
And
But
put him
then
in front of
people
a
are trying to
train
come after
on
you
train
and shoot
tracks.
him because they can get that little piece of bounty.
Big
Yeah, or
bastards.
maybe they could add like some kind of system where people who are riding with him can like get him back and fucking
Yeah.
get a reward for it or something like that. Like I don't know, there's just a lot of really cool things. That
The
can
physics
happen.
in that game were
They can-
insane, though.
They're really cool.
Yeah.
Especially
mean,
like people. Couldn't you have a dude like? Couldn't you shoot a dude and their foot would get caught in the fucking horse or whatever and get dragged?
Yeah, they get
Yeah.
dragged away in the stirrup.
Yeah, and they do the same thing in Grand Theft Auto,
or
where people
like-
be inside the car, fucking getting dragged.
Or like they get shot and they're still like on the horse, but they're dead, so they're just
Yeah.
bouncing along.
Yeah.
And no, but or like I'd like to see maybe gang hideouts or something like that.
That'd be cool.
Considering like the weird properties that they have, not weird, but the property system they have in Grand Theft Auto 5.
I actually played more of the online Red Dead Redemption than the actual single player. Like
Yeah.
I played it a shitload, then
Yeah.
you fucking ruined it for me, Cody.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have to beat it, and so I played multiplayer a lot.
That and Uncharted 2.
Yeah. And Uncharted was the best Uncharted, motherfucker.
you
um,
fucking ruined it.
Hey, you
But,
standing right behind me.
But yeah, overall, I feel like we're all on the same page. Chris, not so much, but that's fine. To each their own.
Personal preference.
Yeah, definitely. But it's cool to actually see some confirmation, even though I hate leaks. It would have been cool to have a
That
big
was the other thing
announcement.
we didn't talk about either. It's like, I hate that shit like this has to come from
Drives me nuts.
leaked. It's like, who's leaking this shit, man? Like,
Yeah,
nothing
where'd it
is
come
a
from? It's like
surprise
on
anymore.
NeoGAF or something.
Yeah, that just sucks, but...
I always like a big out of nowhere surprise, fucking like Red Dead Redemption 2, but like fuck yes.
Even though we all actually, kind of had an idea that's probably what they're going to work on, still we don't want it to be like,
there's a lot of rumors already
Yeah.
and speculation going on, so
Yeah.
it was the obvious
Sucks,
choice
but-
for what they
yeah.
would go
Yeah,
towards.
but if it's not, dude, hands down, if it's not Red Dead Redemption they're working on, it needs to be Max Payne 4.
yeah.
Max Payne was like a pet project though.
It needs to be Manhunt.
It needs to be something.
Manhunt
oh, God.
3.
Max Payne
They
though
moved
would be
past
weird
Manhunt.
because even like at Max Payne 3, like Max Payne is he's in rehab right now.
Yeah.
He's fucking
There's not a whole lot left
he's
with
lost
that guy, dude.
away. Like he's not coming back. If they let him out, just fucking that's it, dude. It's me.
I don't
Max Payne
remember what happened.
4.
I know
fucking
in
Manhunt.
3 you chased down the guy on the fucking plane. Yeah, that was a dope scene.
Fucking shoot him in the air with the fucking grenade launcher.
Yeah, and then but then what happens after that? Does he get taken away by the fucking federales or what?
Federal. It's like Illuminati fence.
It's literally like almost like Man on Fire. That's kind of how
It's absolutely
yeah.
not. It looks like a Tony Scott movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, on that note, I think we're going to end this episode. We're all stoked for it. Chris is secretly stoked for it. He's just playing his poker face real well. But as always, thank you for watching Tasty Tuesday on Tasty Loot Gaming. Make sure to like, subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out our prior episodes. We have so many. Check us out on Tumblr, Twitter, Tasty Loot Gaming. Check us out on Twitch, Sleep Division. And stay tuned this whole week. We have a lot of episodes coming out, really good ones. I think we'll be discussing the Doom beta. It's pretty much Quake beta. And we'll have Tasty Cast episode 3 coming out this Friday. It's gonna be a good one. We're gonna have all 4 of us here on it, so make sure to check that out. But as always, thank you for watching. My name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
I'm Chris.
I'm Cody.
And we'll see you guys soon. Take it easy, guys.